how cities are imagined and reimagined, then how can we expect young people to authentically engage in the urban planning process, right? If you are divorcing yourself from history, from how our communities are created, then how can we expect you to authentically change these communities and make them sustainable?
The conference started out on the beautiful campus of UC Berkeley with a fantastic day of registration where we each received our very own Planet Youth t-shirt and a gift bag filled with all kinds of goodies. Friendships were quickly made among participants who got to mingle over a great icebreaker activity that allowed them to find common things between each other. Every group and organization that had to come to the conference was able to present themselves and their involvement in their communities.
Cronovet, the co-director and founder of Planet Youth. Alyssa's going to tell us what Planet Youth is about.
Thanks. Planet Youth is the third annual conference of the Young Planners Network. We are a national organization of youth who are engaged in urban planning across the country. We're based in 4 cities, New York, New Orleans, Chicago, and the Bay Area. And this is our third annual conference here at UC Berkeley. We're very excited to have everyone here today. We started with 20 people at the Young Planners Network, #1 conference in New Orleans, and now we have over 100 people here. So welcome to the conference.
So on day 2 of the conference, all the students went out on mobile workshops around the Bay Area. Students had their choice whether they wanted to do their workshops in Berkeley, Oakland, San Francisco, or Richmond. The workshops in San Francisco were the Waterfront Warriors and the Stormwater Superheroes. There was also a San Francisco tour of the Youth Commission and Green Buildings.
Supervisor if we wanted to. And the next election is next year, 2010. There's some supervisor seats up for grabs.
But let's not make it a parking lot. Let's make it green space where people can have a park or something. Just extend the park a little bit more.
Starting right at UC Berkeley, there was a bike tour that took us around the city and showed us how it is becoming a green, sustainable city. The bike tour took us right through the recycling center, the community gardens, and even a playground made entirely of recycled materials. Conference participants traveled by bike, ferry, and even trains to visit Oakland's Healthy Cities Partners. We even discovered informal art districts all across the Bay Area. Students went on a toxic tour of Richmond's beautiful shoreline, looking for solutions to pollution. Local youth met with conference participants at the Richmond Greenway for a workshop where they learned how to design urban communities.
There are a lot of different cultures. Provide a lot of different activities for those cultures to get them to want to come here.
The new design will incorporate Richmond's Main Street, the Transit Center, and the Greenway.
After a long day of traveling all over the Bay Area, each team presented skits about the particular workshop they attended to let everyone else in on information they had learned.
So he's our pet. He's all whitey and stuff.
You guys know that when salt water comes into this lagoonish looking place, that it...
And then we stopped and we had to change another train. You can get back on board.
Dr. Akum's incredibly motivating speech, we enjoyed a quick lunch, then attended 3 sets of youth-led workshops. These workshops covered topics that all young planners should know, such as how to make a public service announcement, green your school, and participate in an urban planning project from start to finish. There was even a freestyling workshop to teach us how to be creative with our message of change. Later on, we participated in Planet Voices, the annual film festival and open mic night celebration. All movies were created by youth about youth making change in their communities and nationally. The open mic this year was awesome. We sang songs, spat poetry, had our first ever stand-up comedy routine, and a karate demonstration. If you weren't there, you missed out. On Sunday, the young planners got together one last time to create their plan for the upcoming year. Youth and adults created Action Planet Youth, which will hopefully guide our work both nationally and locally until the next conference. On a national level, youth wanted to participate in fundraising for the Young Planners Network to carry out a filmmaking project in each city across the country, and to expand and develop the network to include more people and more states across the U.S. Locally, young planners wanted to increase their local levels of sustainability by greening their schools, informing their peers and community about global warming, holding regional conferences for youth, and continuing to meet on a regular basis.